And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Gene Autry Baseball Complex in Mesa, Arizona. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the 2016 Holiday Classic. Today's game, the Underclass Division Championship game, and it features T-Rex Baseball Club out of Arizona against the Chandler Grizzlies. Each team went 3-0 through their pool play and won their respective pools to advance to this championship game. And we are underway. Jack Malone, the center fielder, leading off for the T-Rex Baseball Club, and he's up there with a count of 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is high, 3 balls and a strike. So Malone leads off in center field for T-Rex, and he faces today's starting pitcher for the Grizzlies. It's Jonathan Weiss. The 3-1 pitch. That's over for a strike, and the count goes to 3-2. Following Malone, Cody Hedlund will bat second and play shortstop. Jake Thiel hits third and plays third base for T-Rex. And a ground ball over to the third baseman as he gets over to cut that off, and a throw on to first base is in time. The leadoff hitter retired in today's Underclass Division Championship game. And so it brings up Cody Hedlund, again batting second in the order for T-Rex. And the first pitch over for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. And a breaking ball. That snaps over the plate for a strike, and it's 0-2. Jared Pill will bat fourth for T-Rex and play right field. The 0-2. And a line drive, and that's into right center field. That's down for a hit, and it's going to be extra bases as Hedlund is on his way to second. He'll round second and now try for third base as the relay throw is not in time, and it's a 1-out triple for Hedlund. And now Jake Thiel will make his way to the plate. See if we can get through some more of the order as T-Rex Club will bat 13 today in the championship game. And there's a line shot, actually turned into a one-hopper that got past the third baseman. It didn't really have a chance, well out of his reach to his left, and it's an RBI base hit. So Thiel comes through on the first pitch of his at-bat, drives in Hedlund, and T-Rex with a run in the top of the first inning. Now 1 on, 1 out, and 1 in for Jared Pill, the right fielder. And a breaking ball misses off the plate for ball 1. Dylan Quinza bats next for T-Rex, then Daniel Brown, the catcher. Jackson Grace follows in the order as Grace hits 7th and plays first base. Jacob Schultz, the second baseman, bats 8th. And a fly ball to right field, playable out there and put away for out number 2. Mason Dello starts in left field. He'll bat 9th, and Jacob Griffin 10th. Paul Marcello 11th. As Weiss looks in with 2 out and a runner at first base. Runner takes off, pitch outside, throw to second base, and throw beat him, but not able to bring it in out there at second. So the ball goes into center field, and it's a stolen base for Thiel. So just, again, to get through that bottom part of the order, Grace 7th, Schultz 8th, Dello 9th. Griffin bats 10th, Marcelo 11th, and Anthony Laguna bats 12th. So it looks like 12 hitting. Runner at second, 2 outs, and a run in for T-Rex in the top of the first. That ball fouled off at the plate. It'll roll near the backstop. And they count 1-1. Weiss looking in, the right-hander with a check back to second base. And the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Defensively for the Grizzlies, Ryan Brady in left field. Shane Waslewski in center field. Matthew Russo plays right. Then it's Aiden Campbell at third base. Brandon Muller, the shortstop. Michael Moreno at second. Jalen Shaw at first. Cam Liberty behind the plate, catching Jonathan Weiss. And the 1-2 fouled out of play on the right side. Another look back to second base. And that ball grounded foul outside of third. Daniel Brown next for T-Rex. Weiss trying to get the final out here in the first inning. And he misses low and away with the next pitch, and they count 2-2. Right-hander Weiss ready again. The 2-2 and a breaking ball high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Weiss with a 3-2 and a fastball driven into right field. Going to be a long run, and over to make the catch is Russo, and the side is retired. But T-Rex with a run in the top of the first inning. They do it on a couple of base hits. They leave one, and after a half inning of play, T-Rex won, and the Grizzlies coming up. Here we go to the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Grizzlies, the shortstop Brandon Muller, and he takes high for ball 1 from T-Rex starting pitcher Cole Yoakum. And next one misses. Now 2 balls and no strikes. So Muller, the leadoff hitter. Then Ryan Brady will bat second and play left field. Marcus Lucas, an extra hitter, hits third. And Cam Liberty working behind the plate, hitting cleanup for the Grizzlies as that pitch misses. 3-0 now they count. Then Jonathan Weiss, the pitcher, bats fifth. Matthew Russo in right field is sixth. And Aiden Campbell follows as that pitch is high, and it's a 4-pitch walk to get things started for the Grizzlies. Muller to first base. But after Campbell batting in the 7th spot, Shane Waslewski bats 8th. Jalen Shaw at first base bats 9th, and then Michael Moreno, the second baseman, finishes out the order batting 10th. And the first one low and away, ball 1. It's 5 in a row out of the strike zone to get things started here. Now 2-0 on Brady. And that pitch Pitch on the inside corner under the hands, a strike, 2-1. Ball popped up. First base side in foul territory. And a play made by Grace, the first baseman. And 1 on and 1 out for Marcus Lucas. Toss over to first and the runner back standing. Now the runner goes. A pitch, a strike, throw to second base. And a one-hopper on the money as Daniel Brown throws out Moeller trying to steal. 2-6 on the caught stealing for out number 2. And a ground ball foul outside of first base. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes on Lucas. 2 outs when the base is empty. Grizzlies trailing T-Rex 1-0. And the ball fouled out of play. Will stay 1-2. And a breaking ball out in front of that one pulls it foul first base side. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Moeller with a walk to get things started here. But then after Brady fouled out to the first baseman Grace, Moeller was caught stealing. Fastball just off the plate, 2-2. Defensively for T-Rex, Dello in left, Malone in center, Pillay in right. Thiel at third, Hedl in the shortstop, Schultz at second, Grace at first, Brown behind the plate, and again it's Coliokum on the mound. A left-hander trying to get out of the first inning unscathed here, and breaking ball comes up and in, just about got Lucas, but it is inside for ball 3, and it's 3-2. And a fly ball out to left field and put away to end the bottom of the first inning. For the Grizzlies, a leadoff walk, but a caught stealing. Nobody left John, and after an inning of play, Grizzlies trail T-Rex 1-0. And we start playing the top of the second inning. Daniel Brown leads it off for T-Rex. First pitch, ball 1. Second one, a fly ball to straightaway center field. And Waslewski there for out number 1. And that brings up Jackson Grace. Now 2 balls and a strike. Grace with 1 out of the bases empty. Schultz next for T-Rex. And a ground ball back up the middle, and that's into center field. So Grace with a base hit. He's aboard at first. First one to Schultz over for a strike. The set and the next pitch low for a ball, and it's 1-1. 1-0 T-Rex. They lead in this Underclass Division Championship game. It's the 2016 Holiday Classic put on by Southwest Woodbat Classics. And a ground ball hits slowly over to third. They go to second for an out, on to first base. And not in time, but the lead runner is retired. A 5-4 force to get Grace. Schultz reaches on the fielder's choice. And now 2 outs for Mason Dello. Breaking ball from Weiss over for strike 1. And that ball punched into right field. That'll be a base hit. Schultz stops at second. Dello aboard at first base with a single. Now Jacob Griffin with a couple of runners aboard. And the first pitch outside, ball 1. Back to second, a pitch to the plate, and it is at the knees, a strike, and it's 1-1. T-Rex with a run at the top of the first inning after Cody Hedeland tripled. Jake Thiel drove him in with an RBI base hit. And a swing and a ball in the dirt. Runners will take off. Throw goes to third base, and not in time. 1-2 the count on Griffin. Runners move up 90 feet each, though, on the wild pitch. And now coupled in scoring position, Griffin with a chance to tack onto the run tally here for T-Rex. The 1-2 did not go around on the appeal, and the count goes to 2-2. And next pitch low, and the count runs full on Griffin. Paul Marcillo next. And a 3-2 pitch. Broke his bat, got in on the handle. So the count stays 3-2. Griffin will need to get another bat here. Griffin back in there, White's ready, and another 3-2. And missed low and in, ball 4. Griffin with some patience there, and he draws the walk to load the bases. So Schultz at third, Dello at second, Griffin aboard at first. And Marcelo at the plate with a chance to add runs here. T-Rex leading 1-0, batting in the top of the second. Oh, right back up the middle, missed the glove, and it's off the pitcher, and he's down. And time is called. A run is in, and now we'll have to check on Weiss. And we get back to play here in the top of the second inning. Jonathan Weiss did have to leave the ball game for the Grizzlies. The ball is pulled well foul. That next pitch misses low and away. The pitch over for a strike. It's Jake Greenbank on to pitch for the Grizzlies. Ball and 2 strikes the count. We've got to undo a little bit here. I mentioned that T-Rex was batting 13 to start the ball game, and then only came up with 12 on the lineup. So I think that's my error, because I do remember them telling me they were hitting 13. I think I only got 12 down in the book, so we've been off the last couple of hitters here, and we'll work to straighten that out. So again, that's my error. It's Paul Marcillo at the plate now, with the bases loaded, and he hits a fly ball into right field. That'll fall for a base hit, and 1 run will score as they go station to station. And now the batter is Anthony Laguna. So another run in, now 3-0 T-Rex. And that one's yanked foul outside of third. Ball popped up, and that's fouling out of play. And that's a breaking ball for a called third strike. And that will end the inning. T-Rex add a couple of runs, and after an inning and a half, they lead 3-0. Camlo Liberty leads off in the bottom of the second inning and takes strike 1. And another pitch for a strike, and it's 0-2. And drives that ball out to center field. That's going to roll and stop just short of the warning track. La Liberty with a turnaround second. Now spins out a little bit trying to get back to the bag, but he gets back, and it's a leadoff double for the Grizzlies. Now Jake Greenbank batting. The 2-0 pitch. Misses off the plate, maybe low, 3-0. La Liberty with a double to start the inning, lifted for a courtesy runner, and now Greenbank batting, trying to move him around. And so that's ball 4, and that sends Greenbank to first. He'll come off for a courtesy runner. Looks like Logan Stadler perhaps running over there. First pitch fastball to Matthew Russo is outside for ball 1. Grizzlies down 3-0, batting in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. Took a little off there. The count goes to 1-1. And the next pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. Runners take off, and it's a fly ball out to left field. Caught there, and a throw back in. Runners pretty good discipline there as they react to the fly ball, return to their respective bases. And so it's still a first and second out, 1 out, and the batter is Aiden Campbell. And the ball popped out to shallow center, and it's going to fall between the shortstop and the center fielder, but that allows them to throw to second base. It's tough there for the runners. Not much they can do, as you got to wait to see if that ball is going to be caught, and then if not, trouble. So it goes 8-4 on the force at second base. La Liberty's courtesy runner to third. Kemptel aboard on a fielder's choice. So now runners at first and third with 2 away in the inning. Grizzlies still down 3-0, and the batter is Shane Wasilewski. Runner from first takes off. Pitch a strike, throw to second base. Not in time. Still on base, puts another runner in scoring position. pitch low and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball fouled back and out of play. And that ball's going to get away. Runner will advance from third base and score, and the Grizzlies on the board. It's been Kozik that was running for the Liberty, and so he scores on a wild pitch. Grizzlies down 3-1. Until also moved up a base, so he goes from second to third. And coming right back in a swing and a miss. And Waslewski is out on strikes, and that ends the inning. But Grizzlies get a run in the bottom of the second inning after to trail 3-1. Top of the order for T-Rex, Jack Malone at the plate. Takes ball 1. And next one low and in, and it's 2-0. And 3 balls and no strikes. And a pitch high for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk to Jack Malone sends him to first base, and the batter is Cody Hedlund. Hedlund with a triple and a run back in the first. And first pitch, strike 1. Next one misses for a ball, 1-1 the count. T-Rex with a run in the first and a couple of runs in the second. Grizzlies got a run back in the bottom of the second, 3-1 our score. Next pitch high, 2-1. And the next pitch low, and it's 3-1. Bank ready, and the 3-1, and gets that one over for a strike to run the count full. Runner gets a big jump over at first base, a swing and a miss. Retires Hedlund as he strikes out for out number 1, but Malone with the steal of second, so he's in a scoring position. And a batter, Jake Thiel. Breaking ball over for a strike. Ball fouled off, and it's 0-2. Big jump again at second base this time. Throw down, and not in time at third. So ball and 2 strikes. And a fly ball out to left field. Long run, that's going to be down, and extra bases. And another run in for T-Rex. Big turn now around second. Going to try for third base, and we'll get there before the cutoff man gets the throw from the outfield. So an RBI triple plates another run for T-Rex as Malone scores, and it's 4-1. First pitch misses for a ball. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. And now time called. And the 1-1 fouled out of play on the first base side. That pitch inside, throw down to third base, and that's off the runner. Ball goes out of play, and coming home to score, he's still from third. That goes an E2 as the throw goes down to third base and glances off the runner and goes out of play over by the third base dugout. So 2 runs in now for T-Rex in the third. They lead 5-1. And a fly ball. And that's down in left center field. And T-Rex will try to get it started again. Pelly with a base hit and aboard at first. First pitch is strike, throw down to first and the runner back. Runner goes, pitch a strike, throw to second base late, and a steal. Puts another runner in scoring position. T-Rex keeping the pressure on here as we play in the third. And the 0-2. That's bounced in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Check of the runner and a turn back to second, but no throw. Now runner takes off, and there's a line drive, but caught by the shortstop Moeller, and that will end the inning. 2 more scored for T-Rex in the top of the 3rd inning. After 2.5, they lead 5-1. Jalen Shaw, the leadoff hitter for the Grizzlies in the bottom of the 3rd inning, going after the first pitch. Grounds it foul on the first base side. Moreno and then the top of the order Moeller follow for the Grizzlies. Back up the middle, that's stabbed at by Yoakum, and his throw on to first base is in time, and the leadoff man retired. And Michael Moreno with the first pitch fouled to the backstop, strike 1. Punched into shallow right field. That falls for a base hit. A 1-out single puts Moreno aboard at first. And the batter, Brandon Moeller. Runner goes, pitch a strike, and the throw down is late, so a stolen base. Now Yoakum with a look back. He'll throw back to second base, not in time. That ball gets away. Runner will try for third and will be in ahead of the throw. And a fastball up and in, 2-1. Moeller walked in the first, was caught stealing. Yeah, that pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-2. And 3-2. And that's ball 4 as the ball got away and the throw to the plate not in time. So Moeller walks and Moreno scores on another wild pitch. And that cuts it to 5-2. Grizzlies trailing and batting in the bottom of the 3rd. The batter, Ryan Brady. First pitch to Brady, high for a ball. Throw to first and the runner back. Pitch fouled out of play on the right side. And pitch is strike and the count 1-2. Runner goes, and the ball lined over the second baseman into center field. Throw to third is not in time. So Grizzlies making more noise here in the bottom of the third inning. A run across already to cut the deficit to 5-2, and now they bring the tying run to the plate with runners at first and third and one away. The batter, Marcus Lucas. First pitch a ball. And a fastball off the plate. Lucas with an 8-pitch at-bat his first time up before flying out to left field. Takes that pitch for a strike. And pitch a strike and the count 2-2. Yoakum ready, the 2-2. And a curveball, swing and a miss. Ball comes out in front, so they'll throw down to first base, and that's in time for out number 2. Strikeout, a 2-3 put out. And the batter is Cam LaLiberty. Ball grounded foul. Liberty with a double his first time up. His courtesy runner scored the first run of the game for the Grizzlies. Chandler trailing 5-2, hitting in the bottom of the third. And a fly ball into right field. And a long run, and it drops in front of the right fielder, and that'll plate a couple of runs. And the Grizzlies now trail 5-4. The Liberty with a 2-run single. Greenbank at the plate. Takes a big curveball for strike one. And I got the runner picked off, and now in a rundown. And the tag applied, and that will end the inning. But the Grizzlies come back nicely. They score 3 times in the bottom of the third. After 3, they trail 5-4. Daniel Brown starts it off in the top of the 4th inning and takes strike 1. And now a swing and a foul ball, and the count 0-2. Pitch high and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Popped up into foul territory, and it's caught. We lose sight of it here because of the fencing behind home plate, but put away by La Liberty on a nice play, and that's out number 1. Jackson Grace takes high for ball 1. And next pitch inside, 2-0. The 2-0 low and away, 3 balls and no strikes. Grace had a base hit his first time up. And a high strike. Moves the count to 3-1. And another pitch over for a strike, and it's 3-2. One fouled back. And a called third strike. So a nice comeback there for Greenbank after falling behind 3-0. Throws 4 straight strikes as the third pitch was fouled off, and then gets a called strike 3 to retire Grace 2 away. First one inside for ball 1. And a pitch on the corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. Popped up first base side, and that'll get over the dugout on the first base side out of play, and it's 1-2. And Greenbank ready, and the 1-2. It's low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Bounced in, 3-2. And strike 3 called. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for Jake Greenbank. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning from Gene Autry Park. Jake Greenbank, the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Chandler Grizzlies. Took the first one for a strike, second one swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Russo and Campbell follow for Chandler in the bottom of the 4th inning. And quick work there, breaking ball over for a called 3rd strike. And Greenbank out number 1. Now Matthew Russo bats for the Grizzlies. Russo took ball 1, and now the 1-0. A fly ball into shallow right, and actually just to the outfield grass. It's the second baseman, Schultz, there to make the play, and that's out number 2. And ball fouled out of play. Now, T-Rex had scored in each of their first 3 innings, but went 3 up and 3 down in the 4th. Grizzlies batted just 3 in the top of the 1st inning, but the leadoff hitter actually walked, but then was caught stealing. So Yoakum faced the minimum, but then they gave up a run in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. He's got the first 2 here in the 4th. And they count 1-1. Ball fouled out of play down the left side. And the 2-1. 3-1, I beg your pardon. Fastball misses in. And Campbell walks. Now Waslewski. The swing and a miss, strike 1. And Yoakum will step over to first as the runner takes off. Throw down to second and safe the call. And now a time called. T-Rex coach will come out and talk with the base umpire just about what he saw. So it goes as stolen base. Campbell again took off early. Saw it in the last inning that Yoakum went 1-3-6 on a caught stealing to get a runner, but not this time. And now Yoakum will try to regroup with a runner at second base and 2 away in the inning. Spin back to second, but no throw. And a pitch over for a strike at a breaking ball, 1-2 the count. And strike three called on a breaking ball. So Yoakum strikes out a couple in the fourth inning, and we've played four from Gene Autry. This is the Underclass Division Championship game of the 2016 Holiday Classic. Underway in the top of the fifth inning, and on a check swing, Mason Dello goes around for a strike. And then the next one called a strike, and it's 0-2. And on the outside corner, a called third strike. And Dillo the first down of the inning. And Greenbank misses outside for ball one. So as we go through the lineup for the second time here for the T-Rex, this was the hitter that we originally missed in the lineup. And again, I believe he was on the lineup card, and I missed it on the transfer as it pitches up and in, and it's 2-0. So he's wearing 25. Jacob Griffin, I believe, wearing 23 is next for T-Rex. And a pop-up third base side. This is foul territory. There's a little extra room here at Gene Autry, but player is not able to track that one down, and the count goes to 2-1. Score is also in question here, and I've held off on the score the last inning or so. I had someone come up to me and ask the score, and they actually had a different one than I did. And so, you know, there's no scoreboards here, or there are scoreboards, but they're not in operation. So the next pitch is high, and it's 3-1. The plate umpires for these tournaments, they keep like an index card with a score on it, and they turn that into the tournament at the end. So that would go as the official scoring, of course. And pitch over for a strike, and it's 3-2. And a pitch low for ball four. Now Jacob Griffin with one on and one out in the fifth. Greenbank with a toss over to first and the runner back. Throw over again, and this time it gets away, and that's going to allow the runner to go to second, make the turnaround. He's going to try for third base, throw across the diamond and off the mark. And so a throwing error moves the runner all the way around to third base. Pitch high for a ball. And time called from the Grizzly dugout. And a pitch over for a strike as we get back to play. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Infield in for the Grizzlies. That runner at third. And just one away in the inning. And that pitch high, and it's 2-2. And the fastball near the outside corner for a called third strike. And a much needed strikeout for Greenbank. He gets Griffin for out number 2. And the batter is Paul Marcillo. First pitch high for ball 1. And a high pop-up. And that's out of play, just over the backstop, and the count goes to 1-1. Greenbank, the left-hander, looking in as the Liberty goes through the signs, and now the 1-1 pitch. And a fastball line drive over the head of the second baseman into right field. And that's an RBI base hit. As Marcillo delivers, and the runner from third base scores. It's another run in for the T-Rex as they score in the top of the 5th inning. And the batter is Anthony Laguna. I've got it now 6-4. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at first base with 2 outs, a run in for T-Rex in the 5th. Pitch misses, and a snap throw to first, and the runner back. Starting to get close from a time standpoint. This first pitch scheduled for 3:15. We got started unofficially at 3:16. Fly ball into a shallow center field, long run, diving try, and the ball's down, and another base hit. As Marcillo stops at second, Laguna aboard at first base. Second hit of the inning for T-Rex. Back to the top of the order for Jack Malone. But I believe, and this could be potentially, I guess, waived for the championship games, but I believe that no new inning can start after an hour and 45 minutes, which would be at 5:01. That first pitch is high for a ball. And we're about 5 minutes away from that right now. Of course, the Grizzlies will get a chance to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning, but could could be unlikely that we'll go past 5 here. Again, less time for lights, or a daylight anyway, without having to go to the lights, as that pitch is a strike and it's 1-1. And so because of that, to be able to get enough games played over the weekend in a tournament, then they shorten things up from a timing standpoint. James Garrigan on to run as a courtesy runner at first base. That ball bounced in, and that'll move the runners up 90 feet. And another time called from the Grizzlies dugout, and that's going to be it for Green Bank. We play in the 5th, 6-4 T-Rex. So Malone back in there. Jacob Snellgrove now on to pitch. And a swing and a miss. Moves the count to 2-2. That pitching change will definitely kick us past the hour and 45-minute mark, as we still have a half inning to play. And the pitch is low, and it's 3-2. Still another game coming up here on this field at scheduled for 5:15. And that pitch high, and it's ball 4. So Malone walks, and that will load the bases for T-Rex, and the batter will be Cody Hedeland. Hedeland ready, and the first pitch at the knees, strike 1. Top of the 5th inning from Gene Autry Baseball Complex. It's the Underclass Division Championship game, the 2016 Holiday Classic. And a ball hit well out to left field. Playable over there, though, circling under at the left fielder there to make the catch. And the inning is over. T-Rex add another run, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th inning, and a pinch hitter for the Grizzlies as Cole Lane will lead off in place of Jalen Shaw. Fouled out of play, and a count 1-1. It sounded as though Grizzlies were told that this would be the last half inning. Pitch off the plate, 2-1 the count. Mentioned both teams 3-0 through pool play. For T-Rex, they beat the Howlers 5-2. Future Stars Royal 11-5, and B&L Blue 12-3. And for the Grizzlies, a 5-0 shutout of Nutty Buddy 16. They beat the XB Rangers Baseball Club 7-1, and the Gaucho 16U 4-1. Ball fouled off. Three balls, 2 strikes, the count on Lane. Pinch hitting to start the inning, and he takes high for ball 4. Now Michael Moreno. First pitch popped up into foul territory, and good effort there, but out of the reach of the catcher. And it's Laguna back there now for T-Rex. And next pitch, a fastball high, and the count 1-1. Check of the runner at first base. And a pitch high, 2-1. Next one low and in, and it's 3-1. Yoakum's allowed 4 runs on 4 hits, but he's also walked 5. He's had a walk in every inning. And Moreno is swinging a miss, and it's 3-2. Yoakum also with 4 strikeouts. And that pitch just off the plate, maybe low, ball 4. Back-to-back walks given up here. And back to the top of the order. That might be it for Yoakum. We'll see as we do see a timeout from the T-Rex dugout. Playing in the bottom of the 5th. A couple of runners aboard for the Grizzlies trying to make noise. So T-Rex staying with Yoakum. Throw back to second just as we get back to play. And not sure the ball was put back in play. Perhaps it was, but the tag back there at second was tardy anyway. 2 aboard and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th for the Grizzlies. Brandon Moeller at the plate. Moeller with a couple of walks and a run scored. And now time called at the plate. Corner infielders up for T-Rex. Yoakum with a look back to second base. He'll deliver to the plate, though, and a big curveball over 4-1. They'll look back to second again, and a spin around, but no throw as Hedlund, the shortstop with the jab step, got Lane to dive back to the bag. And another breaking ball. It's inside, and it's 1-1. It wasn't so much the jab step, it was the jab plus the combination of Cole Yoakum spinning back towards second that caused Lane to dive back. Well, we're trying to move the runners here as we play in the bottom of the 5th. Fastball inside, and it's 2-1. And Yoakum delivers on the inside corner under the hands, a strike, 2-2. And a big curveball and a slow ground ball out to short, bobbled. Only play, no play, in fact. I was going to say Hedlund's only play was going to be to first base, but by the time he picked it up and threw over to first base, or I looked over to first base, didn't think he was going to have time to throw it over there, so he puts it in the back pocket. It's an E6, and that loads the bases. Now Ryan Brady takes low for ball 1. And in fact, it's not Brady, I beg your pardon. It's Ben Kozik. Bases loaded for the Grizzlies in the bottom of the 5th. And the next pitch low, and it's 2-0. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. And I guess that was ball 3, so that is ball 4. And that forces in a run. 3rd walk of the inning plus a ground ball error. And another run in for the Grizzlies. Time is called, and we'll get stoppage in the bottom of the 5th inning. Marcus Lucas due up next, and we'll see if, in fact, he's there. It will not be him. It'll be James Martell to bat in place of Lucas, and he will face a new pitcher when we return to Gene Autry. Jake Thiel, the new pitcher, and James Martell, the new hitter for the Grizzlies, as he takes strike 1. I've got 6-5. Grizzlies down a run, puts the tying run at 3rd and the winning run at 2nd. And a pitch low, but called a strike. I guess not low, but just at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Martell strikes out and brings up Cam LaLiberty. And LaLiberty hit by a pitch. And that will bring in the tying run. Ties the game at 6. And now Snellgrove bats for the first time, and a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Next one over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And a called 3rd strike. So called 3rd strike, 2 outs. Plate umpire, my guess maybe he thought that was the 3rd out. And I thought I heard him say that it was the last hitter before Snellgrove came up. There is a 2-hour drop dead and no new inning after 2 hours, or a drop dead time of 2. No new inning after 1:45, and then a drop dead of 2. And we're just about at that point. But the winning run at 3rd and a pop-up in the infield, that should end the inning. And the catch is made by Thiel, and that does end the inning. Couple of runs in for the Grizzlies, and now we'll see what happens from this point as we have played 5 from Gene Autry. So we get underway in the top of the 6th inning, and we are tied at 6. But need a winner in the championship game, so they're going to a tiebreaker situation. A runner now at 2nd base, and Thiel at the plate. And the ball fouled off. And a ground ball past the 3rd baseman and down the line. That's going to put a run on the board for T-Rex. As Hedelin was the last out, so he was running at 2nd base. He comes around to score. And Thiel with an RBI double. And T-Rex, they go up 7-6. Now Jared Pile. And a big breaking ball over for a strike. And a fly ball to center field. That's hit pretty well. And over the head of the center fielder who gave chase but couldn't get to it. Deal's going to be waved around. Hill scores. The ball rolls all the way to the fence. And they're going to send him around as Grizzlies miss the cutoff man. It'll go as an inside the park home run for Pillay. And T-Rex score 3 in the top of the 6th inning. And a ground ball over to the right side. That's through and into right field, a base hit. Now Daniel Brown with a runner aboard at first base and nobody out. It's a 3-run lead now for T-Rex. Of course, the Grizzlies will get the same opportunity in the bottom of the inning. They'll put a runner at second to get things started. And there's a shot into center field that will fall for a base hit. Big turnaround at second, but stopping there is the base runner. Now 2 aboard. So runners at first and second, and the batter is Jackson Grace. Interesting here, and we've been doing SWWBC tournaments for several years now. They actually do their tiebreaker a little bit different, and I don't think that they applied it appropriately or correctly here in this championship game. Again, the number one thing is that both teams get the same opportunity, and they will, but the way that the tournament has run tie games in the championship game in the past is a little bit different. They actually do bases loaded and 1 out, and then play it from there. But for this one, umpires and the 2 coaches got together after the 5th inning and decided that the tiebreaker, and it's probably the more common one, what teams are used to playing other tournaments around the area, but this one will come to a conclusion one way or another. We get a timeout from the Grizzlies dugout. 4 straight hits and 3 runs for the T-Rex here in the 6th, and they lead 9-6. Grizzlies with a pitching change. Ethan Paul, right-hander on to pitch. And he gets that one over for a strike to Grace, and the count 1-2. And that one fouled back. And the count stays a ball and 2 strikes. A double, an inside the park home run, and back-to-back singles for a T-Rex here in the 6th inning, breaking a 6-6 tie. And a ground ball rolled over foul on the right side. And that pitch at the knees, a called 3rd strike, and that is out number 1. Ball off the handle and out of play. Down the third base side, Jacob Schultz at the plate for T-Rex. First and second and 1 out, 3 runs in for T-Rex in the 6th. Swing and a miss, elevated the fastball there, and they count 0-2. Runner from second base takes off. The fastball misses inside, and a throw to third base is not in time. And that really looked like the runner at second kind of took off on his own because the runner behind him, Brown, didn't go with him, but then took off as that throw went to third base. Breaking ball off the plate. So runners at second and third. By getting the runners in motion there, it takes them out of a double play. Infield in on the grass for the Grizzlies. The 2-2. And that's foul to the backstop. T-Rex with a run in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th. Grizzlies 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the 5th. Yet to bat in the 6th, and a soft line drive caught right on the foul line by the first baseman, Jalen Shaw. Two away in the inning for Mason Dillon. The first pitch high for a ball. Of course, 2 outs in the inning, so the infielders relax. Playing deep here, trying to prevent a ball from getting through the infield. Looking for that final out. It is swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. As we look ahead to the Grizzlies' 6th inning, they'll send up 7, 8, and 9 in the order. And again, they'll bat with a runner at second base and nobody out to start it off. Down to third base after that pitch was called a ball, and another run is in. There goes another throwing error, and it's now 4 runs in the 6th for T-Rex. They lead 10-6. Fastball fouled back, and it's 2-2. And a fool on the breaking ball there, and a called third strike. And that will end the inning. But 4 across for T-Rex in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Grizzlies trailed 10-6. And first pitch bounced back to the pitcher and on to first base. 1 pitch and 1 out as the runner goes from second to third. Again, start the inning with a runner at second. Kemptel going after the first one, hits a comebacker, and so he's the first out. Runner from second to third, and now the batter is Shane Waslewski. And he takes low for ball 1. It is Matthew Russo running at second base, now third for the Grizzlies. Ground ball picked up by the shortstop and onto first base in time. It'll go as an RBI ground out as Russo scores from third base to make it 10-7. And now the batter is Jalen Shaw. And first pitch a strike. And next one high, and it's 1-1. High again, 2 balls and a strike. Thiel had a chance to end it in the bottom of the 5th inning. Came in with the bases loaded and 1 out. Actually, the bases loaded, nobody had got a strikeout, but then hit a batter that forced in the tying run before getting a strikeout and a pop out to end the 5th and force us to go to a tiebreaker 6th inning. And a fastball misses away for ball 4. Still a ways to go for the Grizzlies, trailing 10-7, so they've got the tying run in the on-deck circle. Batter's Michael Moreno, who singled and scored in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th. And takes ball 1. The 1-0. At the knees for a strike, 1-1. Next pitch fouled out of play on the first base side, and the count 1-2. Again, I got another championship game coming up here after this one in the 2016 Holiday Classic. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Mountain Lion Baseball and the Arizona Dirtbags. Ground ball foul outside of third base. Again, that'll be an upper class division championship game. Breaking ball high, and the count runs full. A run in for the Grizzlies, down 10-7. From first base takes off on the 3-2, but it is high for ball 4. And that will bring the tying run to the plate now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brandon Moeller making his way to the plate with 2 aboard and 2 outs. And the first pitch at the knees on the outside corner, strike 1. Moeller a couple of walks, reached on an error his last time up. Check back to second in the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And that's down the middle, called third strike, and that will end the ball game as the T-Rex Baseball Club beat the Chandler Grizzlies by a final score of 10-7. And the T-Rex Baseball Club, they're the Underclass Division champions of the 2016 Holiday Classic. So that'll do it. Again, our final score, T-Rex 10 and the Chandler Grizzlies 7. From Gene Autry Baseball Complex in Mesa, Arizona, Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we hope to talk to you again soon.